So now we got this college basketball with all these top teams. Hey, Future said it best. Future said it best. But here's the list of over this past week since our last show of all the teams who lost. Number 1, Villanova lost to number 5 Xavier. Number 3, UVA lost to number 12 Miami. Number 3, Oklahoma lost to number 25 Texas. Number 5 Xavier lost to number 3 unranked lost to unranked Seton Hall. Number 7 UNC, we just lost to number 3 UVA. Mm-hmm. Number 8 Iowa lost to unranked Wisconsin and lost to unranked Ohio State.
Yeah, they're on the slide.
Yeah. Number 9 Arizona lost to unranked Colorado, and number 22 Utah. So they're on a big slide. And number 10 Maryland just lost to number 20 Purdue. So the only teams in the top 10 who didn't lose was Kansas, who plays Texas tonight, which could potentially be another loss for them.
At Texas.
And
get up Austin.
And Michigan State, which has been one of the, fairly consistent structured teams this season.
Yeah, since they got Denzel Valentine.
Yeah, since Denzel Valentine came back. So with all these teams, all these top teams losing, you just don't know what's going to happen in the tournament this year. So who do you guys see as like the team that can, finally get it together to make this push for the national championship? Kyle, let's start with you again. Who you got?
Right. I know Rudy was a little excited just now, but I'm gonna go with Kansas because I feel like they're hungry. I feel like they're very hungry for that championship, and I feel like this may be their time to get it. They've just been winning basically, and just been going undefeated. They've been having some shaky games, but I do think they can overcome some of the best teams that's out there. Like Texas tonight, I think they might give them a good game. Texas will give them a good game, but I think they may overcome them.
Really?
As much as this feels like a hot blade being pressed to my ribs, I will have to agree and say that I'm going to go with Kansas and Michigan State because, like you just said, they've been two of the more consistent teams. And Kansas, they have an 80-year-old power forward called Perry Ellis.
Eighth-year senior.
Perry Ellis with the receding hairline is definitely the senior leadership on the team. Wayne Selden Jr. has been able to step up. The point guard Frank Mason from Richmond is actually he's very, very good, very overlooked because he's a shorter guy. They have a very deep team and they have a great coach. So usually when you have a combination like that, like you have the Izzos out there and you got the Patinos out there. When you have a great coach and you have a great core, you can usually go far. But do not take me the wrong way. I am not counting my Longhorns out. 4 wins against the top 10 this year, most in NCAA. They are a dangerous team, and they're getting Cameron Ridley, arguably one of the best centers in the nation, back for March Madness. So I'm not counting them out by any measure. They're just going to be my dangerous team to watch.
See, this I don't know. This Kansas, both of y'all saying Kansas, I don't know. Because Kansas has looked shaky too at times.
They have.
But I mean, every top 10 team has looked shaky. Mine is I've always came in. I was always coming in like UNC was the most stable team there was, but then they come out and lose EVA. Every time I say they lose. Every time I say I see UNC being the team that can make that run, they lose.
Take a vow of silence for March Madness and they'll win.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna be like this, just watching. But right now, because of the slump UNC's on, the two teams I see as most structured to actually make a run right now is honestly UVA and Michigan State. Mm-hmm. Now, see, I can't really go into who I see the Final Four is because we don't know who's going to be what side of the bracket where they're going to be at. Yeah, but in the region,
somebody usually gets a death bracket.
Yeah, like you get stuck with like Kentucky, Duke, because they're gonna be low seeds this year. Like Kentucky, Duke, they're gonna be low seeds.
Someone going to get Kentucky, Duke, Texas,
all of them in one in like one region, and you're like, I got to go through all of these, and that's championship worthy right there.
Yeah.
So you have like somebody's gonna get stuck in there, but I see Kansas making it to like a Final Four, but I can't see them winning at all. They have the most complete team.
Yeah,
I think they have the most. It's between them and Michigan. They have the most complete team.
Yeah,
because they're both a team full of seniors. Team full of seniors that understand how to play well with each other. Been doing it for a while. Both under great coaching. So you're just looking at like, man, who can really stop these two teams when it comes to playoff time? But that's when I look at UVA, and I'm like, okay, I see you play. I see you just beat UNC, but you just lost to Duke, and then you just got lost to Miami when UNC just pulverized Miami
by like 40.
So that's why I don't understand these teams. Like, how can you beat one team but can't lose the other team when relatively Miami and UNC typically kind of play alike? So I'm just like, I don't understand what goes on in these games now, in these college games. So leading up to the tournament, I just think there's going to be no perfect bracket this year. There's going to be no perfect bracket. No, if anybody has a perfect bracket, you're amazing. You're amazing for doing it any other years, but doing it this year is definitely amazing because you're about to see like
the most unexpected,
like you said, Texas might be in the Elite Eight this year. So
don't count us out.
And they'll get credit being 25 right now. So
it's a crime against humanity. So I've been screaming this all year. You can ask Rashad. I've been screaming this all year since the UNC win. I've been screaming that this team has been being disrespected. If Shaka Smart doesn't win Coach of the Year, someone's getting a letter.
Hey, for the looks of it, the way the rank is, they ain't doing it. So that's why I see Michigan State. I see UVA. I see UNC if they can get their act together. And nobody sees the reigning champion Duke Blue Devils making any type of run.
No, their team is Grayson Allen or bust. I'm not confident.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, I'm not confident in Brandon Ingram at all. He's supposed to be a quote unquote Kevin Durant type, but his shot has not been going down. All they have to do is run into a team that's going to look at them like, yeah, Grayson Allen, you're not scoring, and they're going to get mollywopped. Not even lose. They're going to get mollywopped. It's going to be bad.
And if LSU gets in, I can see them if they get in.
They could upset somebody.
I can see a huge upset coming from LSU. Every time they play a top team, they're
close. They're close. What do you think they need to do to get in though? They did just get the win against Florida. Yeah. So that helps. How far in this SEC tournament? Because they're gonna have to win some games.
You gotta win.
They only got 17 wins. And they have some bad losses.
You got to beat Kentucky.
You got to beat Kentucky again.
You got to beat Kentucky.
So they got to at least get to the semifinals because Kentucky's not getting knocked out before the semifinals.
No.
You don't think if they could sneak in and win against a team like Texas A&M that could push them over? Because Texas A&M was ranked very high for most of the year.
They were, but like get them over the hump. Because right now they're the first four out. So
all they need is somebody in that first four in to take a bad loss.
You need to take a bad loss and for them to get in. But you also need to have good wins as well. Like Ben Simmons it's not like he's trying to get the wins for this team. It's not like he's turning it on like we need him to.
I mean, we're really close to this. Like I just realized looking at Texas' schedule that this is the second to last game that they play tonight. Their last game is on Wednesday, and then we're getting ready for a Big 12 tournament. This is it's coming.
Yeah, so
the excitement is building.
So teams need to start tightening up right now because this is your last chance to make that push. You got to build that resume up right now. Those teams in the first four out, last four in, keep building your resume. Because it's gonna be a one random loss that comes because it happened in all season. One random loss where it's gonna cause you to be out the tournament.
You know who a resident sleeper is, and I can't believe I'm gonna say it, but resident sleeper to me this year is gonna be Louisville. They can sneak up on somebody. Their team, you're looking at the schedule like Louisville. Did they even do anything? I saw them the other day. They got like over 20 wins.
No, didn't Louisville put the playoff ban on them this year? They banned themselves.
Oh, they banned themselves. Yeah, because if they were playing this year, they got over 20 wins. They have a team.
That's a nice team. Like under Rick Pitino, they're an excellent team. They're especially when it comes to tournament. Mm-hmm. So you see if they were able to play, you see that Louisville team possibly could make a run if they were still playing in the tournament. Some of these best teams. Yeah, like.
So I have a question for both of you because I feel like we're disrespecting an entire part of the nation here. No mention of any Pac-12 or Western teams at all. No UCLA, no Arizona, no mention. I'm just saying we're disrespecting a whole side of the nation here. No Oregon, no Oregon State. Gary Payton Jr. He's looking like a pretty good player. Yeah. We got Arizona, UCLA, San Diego States, all those. We haven't mentioned any of the Butlers, the Gonzagas of the world. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
that's where this tournament's going to get wild.
It is.
We did mention Michigan State though, so I mean, some of these people just haven't been as noteworthy as some of the other in some of the other divisions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got you. We didn't mention SMU at all.
And playing kind of decent.
They're ranked number 23. They can sneak up on somebody too. Larry Brown has had that team running very good since he got there.
Yep.
I'm starting to think of all these teams in my head as we're going along. In this tournament, like you said, there will be no perfect bracket. There's no way of calling. You're going to get a matchup between an SMU type team and a top seed like a 1 or a 2, and the SMU team might be the better team. The Texas or the Duke or the Kentucky might be the actual better team, and that's what's going to be really crazy. I just hope and pray that Texas is not get put in the death bracket. Put them in the cupcake bracket.
You gotta keep winning, man. Hey, Texas gotta keep winning. Hey,
yeah,
big win tonight.
Yeah, I really
big win in the tournament, and y'all set for a nice bracket. Nice little.
Yeah. I mean, right now they have them at like a 5 seed, which is really high. Yeah, so it's pretty high. They can get that one against Kansas tonight, and then go in. That's the thing about the Big 12 tournament. That's a road. There's nowhere you turn. Oh, we got Iowa State tonight. Great. Next week you got Baylor. Okay. Oklahoma, fine. Kansas.
It's no. You have potentially the best offensive player in the game on Oklahoma,
Buddy Hield.
But what's going on?
When they start missing threes, they lose. And the host that's usually here, Brendan, we talked about this a minute ago. When Oklahoma, I told him when Oklahoma starts missing their 3-pointers, they're going to be a fairly easy team to beat. When they played Texas on Saturday, the Oklahoma was winning. Buddy Hield dropped 24 points in the first half. They looked like they were unstoppable, but then Texas, started playing their version of the Havoc defense and started making people not named Buddy Hield start shooting threes. And when they started missing them, Texas went on a 22-0 run and ended the game on a 25-5 run and beat them by 13. So I think that's a major key. DJ Khaled. I think that's a major key for teams looking at Oklahoma going to the tournament is look how Texas played this team to make the other guys shoot, because if Oklahoma starts missing threes, they don't have anything else. They can't go inside. You really think Ryan Spangler is going to win you a game? Ryan Spangler?
And that's where it is with some of these teams. You have like the Dukes, you have the Grayson Allen only. You have like the Oklahomas. You mainly have Buddy Hield. You have the LSUs. You have your Ben Simmons. You eliminate these players, and you're focused on players like Quarterman carrying the team. Focused on like Brandon Ingram, who's not even playing like he's supposed to be playing, carrying the team. Like Plumlee, you got Plumlee leading the team when Grayson Allen is not performing well. So like
scowl of his ears.
So. It's just crazy because it's so many teams can play better for other teams when it comes to matchup wise. That's why there's no solid team this year, because every team can't handle everybody's matchup.